Alright guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is Ali Plays, and today we're going to be doing another top 10 list. So this top 10 list is top 10 defense type champions. So it's champions that have a defense, so it's champions that say defense on them. So right here, defense. So this is in no specific order. I will be doing it in order for all my videos once I get the rankings sorted out, so you guys can stay tuned to that. Not anytime soon, but I will work on it over time. Yeah, so if you have any of these champions, congratulations, you have a beast defense-based champion. Defense-based champions are one of my favorite champions because they double dip into one stat for offense and defense. So yeah, let's get started. So we're already here. We got Tyrell on the list. So Tyrell is one of those crazy good champions. You can use him in arena, you can use him in clan boss, spiders, and everywhere, all over the game. This guy's a 10 out of 10 epic champion. I've done an in-depth guide / review on him. I will most likely make an updated version on that one. So what makes him really good is he has decreased attack on his basic. He's one of the better decreased attack champions in the game because it's on his basic attack. He has an AoE that has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. If the target is under a decreased attack debuff, it will place a sleeve debuff for 1 turn. And damage inflicted proportional to the defense. So what I love about these guys is their damage is based on defense, as I stated before. They're doing massive damage as well as being tanky. His A3 attacks one enemy, decreases the target's turn meter by 50%. Turn meter reduction is beast, man. Imagine, like, this is why this guy is really good. Like, he used that Spider's Den. If the attack fully depletes the turn meter, it will place a stun debuff for 2 turns. That's beast in arena. Damage inflicted proportional to defense. Again, I love that. And what else makes him really good? He has an aura skill that is universal. Increase ally defense in all battles by 25%. So yeah, Tyrell, you can't go wrong with this guy, man. He's one of the best epics in the game. And yeah, he's one of the best defense type champions in the game. So number 2, we're going to move on to the Sacred Order. We have Martyr. Of course we have Martyr. Martyr is one of the best, if not the best, legendary champion in the game. She has decreased defense on her basic attack. Yeah, she's defense based, so her damage is based on defense, as I said. She has an AoE, increased defense and counterattack to all her allies. So I mean, when I say AoE, counterattack, I mean she does to her allies, not she hits enemies and then she places on her allies. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Counterattack is amazing. And she has an AoE attack that places a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. So her AoE does decrease attack as well as provoke. So she does mass provoke, which is amazing for Spider's Den, amazing for arena, amazing everywhere except for clan boss. But the decrease attack is really good for clan boss, but the provoke does not work. And she has a universal aura skill, increase ally defense in all battles by 32%. So I use her aura skill everywhere in the game. She's amazing. So let's move on to the barbarians. So finally, Valkyrie made my list. So Valkyrie is like, she's kind of like Martyr in a sense that she has counterattack for all allies, and she plays a shield instead of increased defense. She has a double attack on her A1 that decreases turn by 10% on each hit if the target has any buffs. So she's very good for arena. And she has a passive ability. This champion's turn meter will be increased by 10% each time an enemy champion places a buff. So that is very good. Enemy champions will have their turn meters decreased by 10% for each buff they receive. So an example of this is in arena. Let's say the opposing team has Gorgorev. So he's going to place an attack up. So she's going to gain to his whole team. So she's going to gain 10% per ally or per enemy. So she's going to be going after Gorgorev right away. And then she's going to be doing this ability right here, even on auto. And she just got a new aura skill. She increases ally defense and faction crypts by 33%. I feel like they should have just named it Faction Wars by 33% instead of Faction Crypts. Whatever. So let's move on to the Ogren tribes, where we have Ignatius. So Ignatius, his A1, he attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. This guy deals a lot of damage, man. Have you guys ever been wrecked by this guy? He has an AoE with a provoke. He has another AoE that has a 75% chance of placing HP burn debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted. That's what makes him very good. You know how HP burn works? Once it's on one ally, it's going to spread to all the other allies, so your whole team's going to be burning. And he has an aura skill that increases ally defense in all battles by 25%. So again, a universal aura skill, not as good as Martyr's. But again, it's universal, so that's very good. So we're going to stay with the Ogren tribes. We're going to move to Skullcrusher. So Skullcrusher is very, very good for arena as well as clan boss, and you can also use him in Spider's Den as a tank because of this ability right here. Plays a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except himself for 2 turns. And he plays a counterattack buff on all allies except himself for 2 turns. And on himself he plays unkillable, so he can't even be killed. But he is mitigating damage from your allies. And he has a passive that decreases the duration of all debuffs on himself by 1 turn at the start of each turn, which doesn't have any cooldown, so it was always happening. And his aura skill increases is the new one for faction wars, increases ally resistance faction crips by 45, so that's good. Yeah, so this guy is very, very good. Let's move on to the Lizardmen, where we got the free-to-play champion right here. You can fuse him if you have the proper champions. We have Rosin Scarhide. So Rosin Scarhide is a beast, man. Triple hit on his basic attack that can remove a random buff from the target. A2 attacks an enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff and a 25% weakened debuff for 2 turns. And this move right here, Bogged Down. So this move is crazy everywhere in the game except for Clan Boss. So it's an AoE that decreases the turn meter by 100%. That's huge, 100%, man. All the turn meters. That's right there. And he also has a aura skill that is only applicable in arena. Ups the increased ally resistance in the arena by 90. So yeah, this guy is crazy, man. So I would recommend trying to fuse him. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out my in-depth guide / review on Rosin Scarhide, when I take him through the Nightmare Clan boss. So let's move on to Demon Spawn. So Demon Spawn, we have Drexthar Blood Twin. Let's pronounce that properly. Yeah, Drexthar Blood Twin. So this guy has a triple hit on his basic attack that can place HP burn for 2 turns and heals himself by 20% of the damage inflicted if he's under an HP burn. So yeah, with this guy, you don't even have to build lifesteal with him if you want to throw him in the clan boss. He has an AoE that has a 40% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. So yeah, this guy's be good in arena because of that ability. Also, he's good for Spider's Den. And he has a passive ability that has a 55% chance of placing HP burn debuff 1 hit. So this guy's burning mofos when he gets hit, man. And he has a universal aura skill, increase ally accuracy in all battles by 70, which is very good for a lot of areas in the game if you don't have enough accuracy built with your team. So number 9, we have another one. So number 9, we have a tie. So when I made this list, it was before the new champions were released. We have Infernal Baroness. I know her damage is based on attack, which kind of makes her a little bit lower on the list. So I guess it's not really a tie. She would be an honorable mention. So we have Infernal Baroness. She's one of the new champions. She has an AoE that can heal the ally with the lowest HP by 5% of the damage inflicted. So what really makes her good is if she's with Skullcrusher. Every time that she gets hit, she's going to be recovering your ally's HP. And she can also do decreased attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. And she places Perfect Veil buff on an ally for 2 turns. So what I had is Padma. So if she attacks one enemy twice, if the attack is critical, she has an 85% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. So that's what makes her good. If she crits, she can place decreased attack on all enemies. Also, she has an AoE here. Has a 35% chance of placing decreased accuracy debuff for 2 turns. And she can attack one enemy and removes all buffs from the target and places them on this champion. So yeah, that is a very good move right there. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think? So let's move on to the Dark Elves faction, where we have Crimson Helm. So Crimson Helm, if you guys haven't checked it out, I've done a guide / review on her, how to build her, where she's good at. She's capable of soloing Minotaur's Labyrinth, Minotaur 15, by herself when her masteries are finished. I also have that build in the description of that video, so if you guys want to, you can check that out. So I have her here. She's very good for arena. She can be used in dungeons. Yeah, that's about it. You can't use her for clan boss or anything like that. I mean, you can because she has Revive on Death and increased defense, but she's not going to be as good as other champions. She's not going to be as viable. So she has decreased attack on her basic attack. What I really like about her is her A2 and her A3. So she attacks 4 times at random. Each has a chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. And then she places block damage buff on herself for 1 turn. So while she's provoking, she's not taking any damage. And then she has a Revive on Death buff for all her allies with increased defense. And she has an aura skill that can increase ally HP in dungeons by 33%. So she was basically designed for dungeons, and you can use her in arena until you get better champions. So number 10, we're going to move on to, we're going to go back to the Sacred Order. And we're going to talk about this guy right here, Lightsworn. Triple hit on his basic attack and decrease the target's turn rate by 10%. It's funny because I pulled this guy like right in the beginning of the game and I never even worked on him. I tried him out and then he felt kind of underwhelming, but he was only like level 40 or 50 because I was new to the game, and then I benched him. which is a wrong. It was a wrong choice. So he has a decreased attack and decreased speed debuff on his A2, and yeah, his damage is based on his defense, so this guy hits pretty hard. He has 1,476 defense at level 60, 6-star Ascension without any artifacts. And this ability right here is very good. He can increase defense and revive on death on all allies for 2 turns. So this guy is like a version of Crimson Helm without the provoke, but instead he's more viable in Clan Boss because of the triple hit with Giant Slayer. So I have some honorable mentions. The only reason why they are not in this list is because they are kind of like a niche. They're very good for arena. That's what they really excel at. They can be used in other places, but they're not as viable. So we're going to go to the Undead Hordes, and we're going to talk about Seeker. So this guy is really amazing for arena, but that's the reason why he's not on this list, because it's for overall, like for the whole game, not just one section of the game. So he does have a provoke on his basic attack, and then he has his filling turn by 30% is huge, because he grants himself an extra turn, and then he can increase attack on all allies. And he has a passive that heals his champion by 20% HP and places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns on 1 hit with a critical hit. And he has an arena aura skill, increase ally defense of the arena by 30%. So this guy, if you pull this guy, you can take your arena team to another level. But he's just an honorable mention because, as I said, he's very specific. And moving on to the Skinwalkers, you guys are probably asking, why is this guy on this list? Rain Beast. I know I like saying Rhine Beast, but his name is Rain Beast, like reindeer. So this guy is on the list just for the same reason that Seeker is on this list. He's honorable mention because he's very viable in arena, but he's not as viable everywhere else. I mean, you can use him, he's going to be doing a good job, but he's not going to be as good as other champions. So yeah, he has continuous heal on his A1 on the ally. He plays it on the ally with the lowest HP for 1 turn, and then he has a double hit on his base on his A2, and he revives a random ally with full HP if the attack kills the enemy. And he has his passive ability. It glows when an ally is attacked. He places a shield buff equal to 35% of the champion's max HP on the ally for 2 turns. It occurs once per turn. So he is very good. I love Rain Beast, but he did not make this list because he's too specific. So let me know down in the comment section who would be on your list for the top 10 defense type champions. And yeah, everybody's gonna have a different list, obviously, but we will obviously be pretty close we have on that list. So if you guys found this video helpful or entertaining in any way, make sure you guys drop a like. And if you guys are new to the channel and you like what you see, then definitely hit that big red subscribe button. And while you're at it, make sure you guys hit that bell icon to let YouTube know you want to stay up to date on all my latest content. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.